Hare Krishna. So, warm welcome to everyone, and we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराण श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुदीयतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। सो हरे कृष्ण, सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत भागवत गीता अध्ययन सत्र में। अभी के लिए कोई प्रश्न, जिज्ञासा, एनी क्वेश्चन और कमेंट और एनी थॉट इफ एनीवन वुड लाइक टू शेयर? Okay, so let's continue. Harsha, whenever you are ready, can share screen. We do Bhagavad Gita, and I think our today's shloka is from text 32. I think we did text. No, I think we did not do. We did till 30. Hmm. So let's start from 31 today, huh? स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम् विकम् न विकम्पितमर्हसि धर्म्याधियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यात् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते। EV, read translation please.
Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation.
Thank you. So from here on now, Krishna goes and explains about duty. Hmm? See, first identity. First, we should know who we are. First identity, and then act accordingly. If we do not know our identity, then surely we won't be able to act properly. If we do not know our identity, if identity पहचान ही सही नहीं है, पहचान ही नहीं पता हम कौन है और सही से नहीं पता हमारे बारे में, तो फिर हम जो करेंगे भी वो भी सही नहीं होगा ना, हो ही नहीं पाएगा। और कोई तुक्के की बात थोड़ी ना है कि भाई तुक्का लग जाएगा, लग गया तुक्का। तुक्का थोड़ी ना है। ये तो न भाव राज्य है ना, प्रेम राज्य है ना, भाव राज्य। कृष्ण भावनामृत। प्रेम राज्य, भाव राज्य। प्रेम राज्य में, भाव राज्य में तुक्का नहीं चलता ना, कि चलो भाई भिड़ाते हैं, भिड़ गया हो गया ठीक है। अक्कर बक्कर बम्बे बोर, ये नहीं चलता ना। तो भगवान बता रहे हैं ये हरे कृष्णा नेहा, नाइस दैट you joined. So we just
Yeah,
started
hi.
and
Yeah,
hmm,
I'm
we
really
just
happy to
start.
be here.
Very nice, Neha. Very nice to have you. And this is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 31. We are continuing our study. Huh? So first, भगवान पहले अर्जुन को क्या तुम कौन हो वही समझाए ना, कौन हो, और धीरे धीरे देखे ग्रेजुअली इज बिल्डिंग अर्जुना, ग्रेजुअली ही विल बिल्ड अर्जुना। कृष्णा डजंट डू थिंग्स लाइक मतलब ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है कि इंस्टेंट प्योर डिवोटी बन जाऊं, नो, instant no, gradually he is building Arjuna. So first he taught Arjuna, first he revealed Arjuna the signs of the soul, आत्मा का दर्शन, आत्मा का परिचय बताया दिया भगवान ने अर्जुन को। सर्वप्रथम अपने बारे में तो जानो, अपने बारे में हम नहीं जानेंगे तो फिर क्या करेंगे बताइए। क्या करेंगे? जॉब में भी कोई जाता है समझो, तो पहले रोल देखते हैं ना भई, कि भई क्या काम, कौन हूँ मैं, क्या? फिर उसका रोल दिया जाता है या उस हिसाब से वो काम करता है। हर तरह से ना, तो भगवान ये कि पहले तुम कौन हो वो समझो और फिर कर्तव्य करो। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ भाई हम ये शरीर नहीं है आत्मा और फिर क्या करें? और छोड़ना हमें क्या है? जो कुछ छुटाना होगा भगवान अपने आप छुटा देंगे। जो छुटाना होगा सहजता से छूट जाएगा। जब नाम जप करने लगेंगे ना, भगवान के नामों का जप करेंगे, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे। अ, जप में भगवान का नाम जपेंगे हम प्रतिदिन। तो और भगवान का नाम जप करना, भगवान की वाणी का श्रवण करना, भागवत गीता का श्रवण करेंगे, भागवतम का श्रवण करेंगे जिसमें भगवान का पूरा हृदय है ना। भागवत गीता में भी भगवान ने अपना हृदय दिया है। तो इसका श्रवण करेंगे तो हम अपने आप ही स्वतः ही जो कुछ छूटना है छूट जाएगा अपने आप। और जो कुछ जीवन में हमें अंगीकार करना है हम करना चाहेंगे। और सहज है प्रेम करना। प्रेम करना ही एक सहज वृत्ति है। हाँ, to love is only a natural tendency. It is a natural proclivity. It is a natural proclivity. So it will come about on its own naturally. It's just we take good association and we try to c- correct ourselves wherever needed, put in efforts wherever required and all, or make the right proper sort of efforts. With the right efforts should always be backed up with the right intention, the mood, the attitude. Both are required. Efforts and the mood, attitude, intent. Just having good attitude, good intent and all, but not making efforts. That doesn't show then it's a good attitude. And just making efforts but not good intent or attitude or mood behind it, है ना? लगे पड़े हैं जप करने में बस कि क्या राजधानी से भी तेज भगाना है, उतने तेज भगाना है एकदम फटाफट। तो भाई क्या उसमें मूड नहीं बन रहा ना वैसा। तो नाउ फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन कृष्णा इज गोइंग टू टीच मोर ऑन धर्मा प्लेटफॉर्म। ये धर्म बड़ा बड़ा ही जटिल तो क्या कहें, ये धर्म बड़ा ही significant है, it is important, it is very good, it is very interesting, it is very nice. But again यही धर्म की समझ ही बहुत गोलमाल है धर्म के समझ में। भारत भर में, भारत के बाहर भी हाँ, धर्म is something very important. It's quite important to know, understand. It is a natural proclivity also, but it is quite misunderstood, hardly known, because we live in bodily consciousness, so we want to bifurcate things and we want to see things, we want to slab things, so we put it in category as oh Hindu dharam, Muslim dharam, Sikh dharam, Jain dharam, Bodh dharam, like that. So we want to put rank into some ranks, we want to give some names and all. So Hindu religion, Muslim, Sikh and all this. Mm. But that's not the real. This is again a bodily identity based religion, bodily identity based. But Krishna consciousness is above all denomination, is completely pure, completely spiritual, and it has got nothing but to give us this complete spiritual understanding, our own identity. तो प्रभुपाद समझाते हैं कई जगह अपने राइटिंग्स में, धर्म का क्या अर्थ, धर्म का अर्थ व्यक्ति की फंडामेंटल ऑक्यूपेशनल बेसिक जो उसका ड्यूटी कर्तव्य, धर्म का अर्थ कि हमारा जो अपरिहार्य कर्तव्य है, ऐसा कर्तव्य जिससे हम छूट नहीं सकते, अपने आप को नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए और जिससे हम छूट नहीं सकते, वो धर्म है। स्वभाव और कर्तव्य ये धर्म बने, है ना। हम मनुष्यों का क्या स्वभाव और हमारा क्या कर्तव्य है जिससे हम छूट नहीं सकते, ऐसा स्वभाव जो हम जिससे बाहर नहीं निकल सकते, ऐसा कर्तव्य जिससे हम बाहर नहीं निकल सकते, कोई भी हो भले नास्तिक या नास्तिक। Dharma is one's inbuilt or one's natural uh, nature, one's natural duty. So, some examples again through Prabhupada's teachings, writings, we can understand like fire. Fire has a natural property, right? Heat and light. Fire gives light and also gives heat. Huh? That's its natural duty, natural nature as well. Now, if uh, we wouldn't call it a fire, right? If they say smoke but no heat and light, no, it is not fire then. Water, पानी का भी धर्म है ना? पानी का क्या धर्म है? स्वाद ये प्यास बुझाना। प्यास बुझाना ये उसका कर्तव्य हुआ पानी का। और उसका स्वभाव क्या है? तरलता। तरलता मतलब Ivi, do
Simple.
you know what taral means?
Liquid. जो
हाँ, तरलता मतलब लिक्विड, लिक्विडिटी। तो पानी का क्या कर्तव्य? प्यास बुझाना। और उसका स्वभाव कैसा है? तरल। अब समझिए लिक्विड है ना? And water has got this duty to quench one's thirst, to satisfy one's thirst, and liquid. Its nature is liquidity. Now, if water is, if the nature is not liquid, huh, then it is not water. And if it is not satisfying one's thirst, then it is not water. It could be liquid but not satisfying thirst, as in it could be a fizzy drink, it could be, mm, you know, some sort of filtered, adulterated sort of drink, uh, some juice, some sort of shake and all, मिल्क शेक। अब पानी का काम तो पानी ही करता है ना, बाकी कहाँ कर सकते हैं पानी का काम। एंड ice, if water is solidified, condensed, it becomes ice, then it is no more liquid. So likewise, we need to understand, Krishna will tell us what is our everything. Na? Water has its nature, its duty. Air has a nature, its duty. Fire, we see. Spices, food for that matter, and all. Anything for that matter. So likewise, us humans, we also have a inbuilt, inbuilt, from which unavoidable duty, from which we can never separate, and our nature as well. But what to do? We are so conditioned in this material world. We ourselves have allowed so much of conditioning upon ourselves. हम इतने बद है ना, और हमने खुद ने ही इतनी बदता पाली। अब बद व्यक्ति हो कोई, तो वो उसका, जब तक साधु संग नहीं है, जब तक भक्तों का संग नहीं मिलता ना, साधु संग के अभाव में क्या होगा? उसकी बदता ही बढ़ते रहेगी, और कुछ नहीं होगा। सतोगुण नहीं आना बहुत मुश्किल है, दिव्य ज्ञान तो दूर की बात, साधु संग के अभाव में। लेकिन जहाँ पे साधु संग मिला, सत्संग मिला ना, शाश्वत संग मिला। साधु संग मतलब साधु कौन? जो कृष्ण पे समर्पित है, वही साधु है। तो कृष्ण के सुख चिंतन, कृष्ण की सेवा में समर्पित है। तो वैसे वैष्णवों का, साधुओं का जब संग मिले, हाँ, तो फिर हम ये हमारी बद अवस्था से मुक्त अवस्था की ओर हम अग्रसर हो जाते हैं, अग्रसर हो जाते हैं एकदम से। So water has its nature, water has its duty. Likewise, us as well, humans, in the core, in our core, our nature and duty is what? To love and serve Krishna unconditionally. Unconditionally. And if at all there happens to be some conditions in the dealing, then it can never be permanent. It can never be everlasting. Why? Because there could be sometimes some of our conditions may not meet, would not meet. So whenever there is a gap, then what? We might as well stop practicing devotional service. तो बेसिक धर्म तो है is at the level of body, at the level of mind or intellect. That's basic dharma. Looking after one's body, mind, and soul as well, for that matter. But pure dharma, है ना, param dharma, highest dharma, is to love and serve Krishna unconditionally, to take shelter of Krishna, to take shelter of Guru and Gaurang. और धर्म कभी पंथा थोड़ी ना बन सकता, बताओ। कितने बहुत बहुत ही वास्तव में जागती हो जाएगी ना, अगर धर्म ही बट चुका है। धर्म कैन नेवर बी डिवाइडेड, इट कैन नेवर बी क्लासिफाइड, it will be very injustice on our part if actually real dharma, puram dharma, is divided or become classified. It is something which is, some of it could be concocted or not transcendental. Certainly it will be having huge layers of, say, materialistic passion or ignorance in normal dharma, but real param dharma is purely pure, unadulterated. So dharma can never be sectarian, it can never be a sect, or this sect or that sect. No, कोई पंथा नहीं है, मेरा पंथ, तेरा पंथ, हमारा पंथ, इसका पंथ, उसका पंथ ना। एक पंथ, दो पंथ, 11, 12, 13, 15 पंथ, ऐसे करके ऐसा नहीं है। जैसे जल जल ही है ना, सूरज सूरज ही है बाबा। तो वैसे ही धर्म धर्म है, प्रेम करना, सेवा करना। और ये पशु जाति में भी हम देखते हैं, वृक्ष जाति में भी देखते हैं, योनियों में, है कि नहीं? तो मनुष्य तो और विकसित है, शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करे, उससे भगवान की श्वास ही है ना। भगवान का एक चरित्र का हमारे चित्त में विकास हो, प्रकाश हो, नाम जप करें। ऐसे करके हम अपने आप को हमारे वास्तविक धर्म में स्थित करेंगे। और फिर आत्मा के कितने तरह से भगवान ने समझाया ना। और यहाँ पे अर्जुन को कह रहे हैं भगवान कि भाई, क्षत्रिय को तो इस चीज के लिए वेट ही करता है। क्षत्रिय कब ऐसा अवसर मिले युद्ध के लिए, कब ऐसा अवसर मिले। और जब इसमें और पता चल गया आत्मा के बारे में, तो फिर और क्या घबराने की बात। और ये तो धर्म के रक्षा के लिए, धर्म के हित से ही हो रहा है ना। जो बाकी युद्ध हुए हैं संसार में अभी तक, समझो आप, भारत पाकिस्तान, भारत चाइना, जहाँ जहाँ पे भी हो रहा है, ये इजराइल पालिस्ताइन, और भी कई जगह ना, येमेन, और आपका वो सीरिया, चला ही आ रहा है आज से कम पता नहीं 10 साल, 20 साल, 30 साल, कितने सालों से चला ही आ रहा है। लेकिन ये जो युद्ध है, ये कोई ऐसे, दिस इज नॉट अ पॉलिटिकल वॉर। So other wars and all, they are completely based out of passion or ignorance. But this is not this war or what Krishna is engaging Arjuna into. ठीक है, कोई प्रश्न, जिज्ञासा या कुछ कहना चाहो आप लोग? If there are any questions, comments or thoughts, or anyone would like to add anything, if okay, then let's see next. यदृच्छ्य चोपन्नम् स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते युधम् ईदृशम्. Neha, read just translation, huh?
Uh, I actually today is my first session. I think I'm going to pass for a few days and then I want to be more like an active participant.
Okay, so I mean, you won't be okay in reading just the translation? It's on your
Uh,
screen if you can see.
yeah, I can do that. Actually, my son just came from school. I have to figure out his
Sure.
school timing. but I'll still
Sure.
read it. As supreme
Just the
teacher of the
translation.
world. Yeah, just the
No, that's
translation.
the
Okay.
just the translation, please.
O Partha, happy are the uh, Kshatriya to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets.
Thank you, Neha. Hmm. So Krishna is giving right encouragement, right motivation, and also is expressing his astonishment by वर्णाश्रम धर्म के अंतर्गत ना 4 वर्ण और 4 आश्रम under Varnashram Dharma system, banner of Varnashram Dharma, there are 4 classes and 4 spiritual orders. uh, चार four 4 वर्ण और 4 आश्रम, 4 classes and 4 spiritual orders. 4 classes are what? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. These are classes. This is a natural classification, natural division. And then 4 spiritual orders, 4 ashram, Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyas ashram. Hmm. So Arjun is in Kshatriya, this class, Kshatriya class, right? And uh, he was in Grihastha ashram though. Kshatriya class. So as Kshatriya is what? One who gives protection. No? One who protects from injustice and gives protection at different levels. So one who protects from any hurt, say. So Arjuna, he should be fighting. Na? Kshatriya's role is to fight, to administer, to rule. And as a Kshatriya, he should welcome that opportunity and he should fight. So Krishna is again expressing a bit of his astonishment and he's encouraging Arjuna that motivating and encouraging that this is the real thing, this is the moment where a Kshatriya waits. huh, है कि नहीं? School, a children who is sincere, good in studies, he waits when will examination happen. A sports person, he waits when will be my match, when will I go and perform. Athlete, artist, they wait when will I perform. So now Krishna is saying, now is your time, perform your duty. Now is the time to perform your duty. If you do not perform your duty, then in the name of non-violence, you would be the biggest violent person. ना? संसार में सब चीजों की समझ हमारी बड़ी गोलमाल सी है, ऊपर नीचे सी, बराबर इतनी नहीं है. हमें क्या लगता है बद अवस्था में ना, अज्ञान के वशीभूत हो गया अज्ञानता के कारण से, हमें क्या लगता है जो चीज निंदनीय है वास्तव में वो हमें इतनी निंदनीय नहीं लगती, और जो करने लायक है वो हमें इतना समझ में नहीं आता. अर्जुन को लग रहा था कि भाई युद्ध नहीं करूंगा तो ये बड़ा शांति का विषय बनेगा और बहुत शांति रहेगा, लेकिन ये मूर्खता है ना, ये बराबर नहीं है, वास्तविक उनकी ड्यूटी नहीं है. क्षत्रिय तो बचाव करता है ना. अब देखिए अगर युद्ध नहीं करते पांडवास, दुर्योधन अगर राजा बन जाता तो अत्याचार और कितना होता ना. जैसे अर्जुन कह रहे हैं कि भाई स्त्रियों बच्चों पे इतना कुछ होगा, कौन इसका जिम्मेवार. बाबा तुम युद्ध नहीं करोगे तो उसके बाद तो और कितना ज्यादा होगा ना, कौन जिम्मेवार उसका बताओ. So Krishna is helping Arjuna understand what is his duty, what has he got to do, and the motivation. Every soldier waits for this opportunity. Again, every artist waits for his performance. So sports person and all, they wait. When do we go and get a chance to play? Likewise, a devotee. Well, a devotee should anyways naturally be chanting the holy names of Krishna, glorifying Krishna. And a devotee need not wait for an opportunity and then I glorify. Or wait once I have some group, then I speak and all. No, there should not be wait. A devotees should always be active in chanting and glorifying Krishna. ठीक है, कोई प्रश्न, जिज्ञासा या कोई विचार या कुछ कहना चाहो आप लोग? अगर युद्ध नहीं करते अर्जुन तो बहुत तहस-नहस हो जाता ना? वर्णाश्रम धर्म की स्थापना ऐसे ही कलयुग में तहस-नहस हुई हुई है। लेकिन जो कुछ बचा हुआ है वो यही धर्म के प्रति, धर्म के कारण ही। और धर्म मतलब क्या? धर्म का सरल अर्थ है। धर्म का मतलब क्या? भगवान की शरण लेना। यही सबसे बड़ा धर्म है। भगवान की शरण लेना, भगवान को समर्पित करना अपने आप को, और भगवान के इच्छा अनुसार कार्य करना। भगवान क्या चाहते हैं? भागवत गीता का अनुशीलन करेंगे तो पता चलेगा भगवान का हृदय और भगवान की इच्छा क्या है। नेचुरल। और उसमें भगवान की सेवा, सुख वर्धन में लगना, यही परम धर्म है। और जो कुछ हमें भगवान के सुख वर्धन से दूर करे, वो वास्तविक धर्म नहीं है। वो वास्तविक धर्म नहीं है। ओके, एनी क्वेश्चन, कमेंट और एनी पॉइंट? ओके, लेट्स रीड नेक्स्ट। दीक्षा, ये हर्षा हिंदी में खोल पाओगे क्या? खोलिए अगर हिंदी में खोल सकते हो। और अदरवाइज अगर हिंदी में है नहीं तो इंग्लिश में देखिए। अथ चेत त्वम इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्ममं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम अवाप्स्यसि। ओके, तो इंग्लिश में देखते हैं। मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में भेजता हूँ हर्षा। एंड Harsha, you read translation. Diksha, you read purport, huh?
If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter.
Purport. Arjuna was a famous fighter and he attained fame by fighting many great demigods, including even Lord Shiva. After fighting and defeating Lord Shiva in the dress of a hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received as an award a weapon called Pashupata Astra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him benedictions and awarded him the special weapon by which he could kill even his teacher. So he was credited with so many military certificates from many authorities, including his adoptive father Indra, the heavenly king. But if he abandoned the battle, not only he neglect his specific duty as Kshatriya, but he would lose all his fame and good name and thus prepare his royal road to hell. In other words, he would go to hell not by fighting, but by withdrawing from battle.
Hmm. Okay. Anuja, if you can read translation, read translation. Okay, Diksha, you read translation. Anuja may not be able to.
Translation. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins, neglecting your duties, and thus lose your reputation as a fighter.
Hmm. See, Krishna isn't entertaining any mode of escapism or any mode of ignoring or avoiding as well for Arjuna. We live in these modes, right? We live in these kind of say level or platforms uh, wherein we entertain escapism, living away, ignoring or avoiding, running away. No, no. And वर्णाश्रम धर्म ना भगवान अर्जुन के ये स्वधर्म वर्णाश्रम धर्म की तो उनकी रक्षा कर ही रहे हैं युद्ध के माध्यम से, विशेष करके उसके आत्म धर्म को रक्षा हो रही है। क्यों? आत्म धर्म क्या है? कृष्ण से प्रेम करना, कृष्ण की सेवा करना, यही आत्म धर्म है। कृष्ण की शरणागति लेना, कृष्ण की शरणागति लेना, ये आत्मा धर्म है। और आत्म धर्म शरणागति लेते हुए या शरणागत भक्त, जो कृष्ण के शरणागत भक्त उनके शरण आश्रय लेते हुए फिर भजन करना, अन्यथा पाप ही है। बिना भगवान के आश्रय लिए, बिना भक्तों के आश्रय में संबंध से हम जो कुछ भी करें तो हम वास्तव में पाप में ही फिर जा रहे हैं बिना भगवान की समझ के। So all the arguments which Arjuna was giving, they may sound quite good and lofty, and yeah, certainly it was from his element of kindness and compassion, but it is compassion and kindness very wrongly applied, very wrongly applied. And this is why then if compassion and kindness is too wrongly applied, then there's havoc. And so Krishna wanted to reset religion, reset dharmic principles, dharmic culture, everything proper. And violence is required. Violence is very much required, na? In our personal lives, also within ourselves, is struggle not required? How would we grow otherwise? Fight is required, na? At the mental stage as well. We have so many desires and thoughts coming along. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. This filtering is must. If we do not fight, if we do not filter, if we do not quit or uh, overcome our negative thoughts, desires, and all, then we wouldn't be relishing life, no? So, Krishna consciousness, Krishna never promotes just casual living, no? आने दो जो भी आ रहा है, होने दो, चलने दो जो भी हो रहा है, क्या अच्छा है, क्या बुरा है। कई लोग ना कुछ अच्छा नहीं होता है, कुछ बुरा नहीं होता है, सब सब भ्रम है, सब मिथ्या है, सब मिथ्या है। इस मिथ्या में भगवान को भी मिथ्या बना देते हैं। सभी माया है, सब माया है। भगवान को भी फिर गोल बना देते हैं, माया बना देते हैं। So, Krishna is giving the proper this thing identity and proper duty along with that identity. Proper duty. So, revealing to Arjuna that you are so spirit soul, not this material body, and now act also, work. And people crave again. For warriors, they crave for such opportunity. Even though in this currently ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, I don't think the soldiers on either side they may not be very keen with the war. They did not want war. But this is all political driven, self-centered, materially driven. The war in Bhagavad Gita is a different league altogether. It is not something which is politically driven or self-centered, or Krishna is not playing with Arjuna's minds or emotions or not showing any mind games. Here we play with mind emotions and we are so unloyal, unethical. Yes, in Mahabharata war, people were being unethical and unlawful. And this is why the war, no? To set everything okay. So violence is very much required. And this is Krishna encouraging Arjuna, telling him about his identity and acting him to work. If he gives up, then everything like his fame and all will be tremendously hurt. Now see, Arjuna had this quick, easy option. Na? He had such an easy choice. Oh, I can quit. Maybe I just say to Krishna, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. I quit and all. Okay, and leave. What will happen? that Kshatriya tendency, that Kshatriya spirit, that passionate nature, it will still be carried over, it will still be with the person. So you leave. This is why Krishna encourages Bhagavad Gita. ये भगवान ये नहीं सिखाते समझाते कि समय स्थान बदल दो, समय बदल दो, ये बदल दो, कारोबार बदल दो, ये बदल दो, वो बदल दो, नहीं। भगवान हमारे चिंतन, हमारे मनोभाव, सोचने का तरीका, वो सब बदल देंगे और उसमें एकदम निखार शुद्धता लेके आएंगे और उसी का हम फिर अपने जीवन में उतारें और ऐसा इन गुणों को लेके आए। तो भगवान ने कोई परिस्थिति या ये सब कुछ नहीं बदलेंगे, ना ही बदलने की बात है, केवल अर्जुन को बदल रहे हैं यहाँ पे। तो ज्ञान के माध्यम से अर्जुन को प्रेरणा दे रहे हैं और आगे ऊपर की ओर लेके जा रहे हैं। एंड surely, like Arjuna, if he does not fight, he will he will achieve lots of ill name. Ill name is only going to come to him. And then, being a Kshatriya, imagine if some find him, he would be, people would be talking behind his back or at his front only. And when he gets to know of this, it will be such a suicidal thing for him then. He would want to commit suicide for himself then. What did I do? Why did I not fight? And he will get instigated. Kshatriya, na? Suppose Arjuna quits the war, does not fight, and goes and lives somewhere in a very isolatory solitude place. Hmm. But anger can creep in anywhere, in any form or shape. What if there he may not be uh, very much in line with, say, this, wherever, say, he quits the war, he does not fight, people will surely speak ill of him, and if he gets to hear that message, he will be very cross. युद्ध छोड़ देगा तो क्या होगा, जो लोग है वो तो कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे ही, बोलेंगे ही। और क्षत्रिय अर्जुन है तो भैया उनसे बर्दाश्त नहीं होगा फिर दूसरा कुछ, कोई कुछ ऐसा बोल दे। तो उससे उनके कीर्ति की हानि होगी ना, युद्ध नहीं करने से, जैसा परपट में इसमें था अनुवाद में, यू विल लूज योर स्पिरिट एज अ फाइटर। तुम्हारा जो नाम पहचान है, तुम्हारी रेपुटेशन, उसको तुम भूल जाओगे, पूरा छूट जाएगा वो। ठीक है, कोई प्रश्न, जिज्ञासा या कुछ कहना चाहो? Okay, let us see next. अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते अव्ययाम् संभावितस्य च कीर्तिर्मरणाद् अतिरिच्यते। We read translation.
People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death.
Okay, Diksha, read purport.
Both as friend and philosopher to Arjuna, Lord Krishna now gives his final judgment regarding Arjuna's refusal to fight. The Lord says, Arjuna, if you leave the battlefield before the battle even begins, people will call you a coward. And if you think that people may call you bad names, but that you will save your life by fleeing the battlefield, then my advice is that you do better and die in the battlefield. For a respectable man like you, ill fame is worse than death. So you should not flee for fear of your life. Better to die in the battle. That will save you from the ill fame of misusing my friendships and from losing your prestige in society. So, the final judgment of the Lord was for Arjuna to die in the battle and not withdraw. Translation: people will always speak for your infamy and for your respectable person. Dishonor is worse than death.
Hmm. So, Krishna again building up who you are. Then what to do? कौन हो तुम? आत्मा, शरीर नहीं हो। फिर क्या करें आत्मा के लिए? आत्मा की भी कुछ क्रिया, उसको धीरे-धीरे लेके आ रहे हैं भगवान। और फिर आगे बताएँगे किस मूड से, किस भाव से करें, वो और बताएँगे। हाँ? एक तो होता है युद्ध करना और एक युद्ध की कला। तो एक होता है जीवन जीना और किस हाव-भाव से, किस चाल से, किस समझ से, किस आशा अभिलाषा उससे हम अपना जीवन व्यतीत करें। तो ये और भगवान बताएँगे आगे। यहाँ पे अर्जुन को तैयार कर रहे हैं और देखिए वास्तव में कोई भी एक जेंटलमैन आदर्श व्यक्ति होगा उसके लिए ये बदनामी बहुत मुश्किल होती है सहन करना, जो भी एक सिविलाइज्ड पर्सन होगा। फॉर एनी respectable person, it is very difficult to handle or take, or he wouldn't like at all taking dishonor, no, insult for on his part. And Arjuna was definitely a respectable person. It was sure na, if he did not fight Arjuna, then he would have gone somewhere, say solitary he wanted ना, छोड़ छाड़ के चले जाऊं solitary में, एकांत में, वन में चले जाऊं. He wanted to quit everything and just maybe go in the woods or hide. But even there, wherever he goes, he will meet people, and he's already so popular, so famous. People know everywhere of his glories. So if he goes somewhere, he would be noticed, and then what? People will speak behind him. People will speak behind him, and he would not be able to tolerate that. This is what people will say, right? Oh, he's a escapist. He ran away from the battlefield. Oh, Arjuna, he got so worried, panicked. People will make fun of him, and that time he would not be able to control at all. So it is very easy to drop something, na? It is very easy to drop something. It is very easy to leave and go away. But what is very difficult is to maintain. What is very difficult is to persevere, to continue. And we do not just want to continue persevere in this materialistic dealings and all, no. We want to persevere, make efforts, continue in spiritual practice. Or whatever we do, job, study and all, looking after house, family, we spiritualize everything. Everything has to be spiritualized. Then we will experience a real charm in life. If Arjuna did not fight, if he had not fought, his mind would have been very upsetting him. People as well. So Krishna is gradually raising him and helping him understand what is his Kshatriya duty. As a fighter, what is his duty and how to maintain and protect his that duty. And also what is his nature. So Krishna is protecting them. First Krishna is protecting or encouraging Arjuna towards his Kshatriya dharam, Swadharam, and then Atma dharam. Something for the soul, the function, the duty of the soul proper. And it's natural. Krishna's message is everything. You're not this body, you're a spirit soul, then some understanding more on soul, and then uh, a duty. Being a spirit soul, We can never say, "Oh, Prabhuji, do not ask me. No, I am a spirit soul." Oh, at work, can we say, "No, I'm a spirit soul. I do not know. I do nothing and all." No. Why can we still not be spiritual beings and engaged also in the society? Yeah. So Krishna consciousness gives us that opportunity, that platform, that we can still be Krishna conscious and be um, engaged in the society, be part of the community, be living in the society. But we living in the society, but we need not be of the society. No, living in the society, but our heart belongs to Krishna, and whole life is to spiritualize everything. Whatever we have, any mm, a talent, any good interest, any good skill, and all, spiritualize everything in Krishna's service. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comment? Okay, let's see next. भयाद्रनादुपरतं मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथा येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्. ईवी रीड ट्रांसलेशन एंड अनुराधा माता जी, अगर आप पढ़ सको तो परपट पढ़िएगा.
The great
ईवी रीड
generals who
ट्रांसलेशन.
the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant.
Anuradha, read परपट if you can. ईवी रीड परपट.
Perfect. Lord Krishna continued to give his verdict to Arjuna. Do not think that the great generals like Duryodhana, Karna, and other contemporaries will think that you have left the battlefield out of compassion for your brothers and grandfather. They will think that you have left out of fear for your life, and thus their high estimation of your personality will go to hell.
Exactly. No one would think, even those who are on Arjuna's side as well, they will also say, "What happened to you? Are you not in your right mind?" And those who are on the other side, surely they will tease, mock Arjuna, tease, and whatever arguments Arjuna gives, no one will support that, no one will take that. So this casualty, all this is because of weakness of heart, yeah, weakness of mind, because heart and mind, they are not intertwined, they are not engaged in the service of Krishna. Then there is confusion and weakness, with deep lack of clarity. What to do, what not to do, is it right, is it not right? Am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing this and all? Duties must to be done, no? Duty is something which cannot be avoidable, and then at least on bodily platform, in looking after body, mind, and soul, say that we have to, we do some obligations and duties, we are bound. Some things, duties can still be avoided, but this duty is unavoidable. The purification of the soul, the ultimate good for the soul, the attainment of Krishna should be one's unavoidable duty. Like in India, there's this personality, right? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who is called as the Iron Steel Man or Steel Man of India. Because why, during independence time, during this when Britishers were ruling India, so at that point he was a lawyer. He was a lawyer, and he was fighting a case for Indian government or Indian constitution, or no, the constitution wasn't there though. for say for India, the land itself, for India's glory or identity, essentially to make India a free land. So he was fighting a case for that against some British company, against British workings and all. And at that time, as he was in the courtroom itself, he received a letter or courtroom, or he was preparing for the case. He received a letter, and what did the letter say? Your mother has passed away. What did he do? He read the letter, folded it, put it back in his pocket, maybe shed a tear of few, uh, a bit emotional and all, and then he continued with his case, continued fighting. Later on, he attended his mum thing, but for that time, he continued and continued. So likewise, for us as well, uh, this the Iron Man or Steel Man, whatever they call, because he did not give up. He did not give up. He did not leave anything in limbo or in between. No, he continued with his duty. What is the task at hand? He did that first. And prioritize, right? We need to prioritize. What is a high priority? What should be done first? What is something which we cannot avoid, we should not avoid? And why do we struggle with these things? Because our mind is not aligned properly. Mind and heart are not aligned properly, and our engagement is definitely not good. It is not sublime. What to speak of sublime? It is not like Krishna consciousness. It is not like Atma related to the ultimate benefit of the soul. So hence there is so many confusion, distractions, and diversions and whatnot. But Krishna is not here to give us any distraction or confusion. No, wants to give us the highest thing. Okay, any question or comment or thoughts? Wherever we'll find Krishna is protecting us, safeguarding us, helping us grow. Okay, then let's see next. अवाच्य वादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तत्त्ववाहिता निन्दन् निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्. Okay, Harsha, read translation and purport.
Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? Purport. Lord Krishna was astonished in the beginning at Arjuna's uncalled for plea for compassion, and he described his compassion as befitting the non Aryans. Now, in so many words, he has proved his statements against Arjuna's so called compassion.
Hmm. Translation again, please.
Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you?
Hmm. So Arjuna might be thinking, oh, I'm doing a charity, I will do a charity. But that is not a real charity. No, it's not a charity. See, sometimes we think, oh, this is a good, I'm doing good and all. But we always feel baffled, confused or baffled, or I thought this was good, I did it with good and all. Really do not understand what is good. Good is first coming to understand I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. Then real good comes about. Uh, when we understand I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. Then how do we make that good better? When we try on acting like a spirit soul. What does a spirit soul do? Spirit soul is eternal, so he looks for eternal engagement. He looks for eternal joy and bliss, which is under the care and shelter of Krishna, loving and serving Krishna. being in a relationship with Krishna, uh, seeing the mercy of Krishna throughout, glorifying Krishna. And best is then taking into pure devotional service. Uh, to begin with, one may be in mixed devotional service, doing some mixed devotional service. This interest, that interest, some other interest, entertaining. But then the whole thing is, how do we transform ourselves from mixed devotional service or conditioned state of devotional service to a pure state of devotional service? This is why training is required. Association of devotees is required to bring about that right culture, the right mood, the right understanding, the right inspiration and determination. Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna heard and he acted, right? First he heard, first listened, then he acted. So listening first, acting second. Likewise, when we also hear and all, we will start acting and we will start imbibing the qualities or the principles of devotional service, the art of loving Krishna. That has to come about. Otherwise, like uh, charity and compassion, our Arjuna is in his comfort zone. Out of he's speaking everything out of his comfort zone, from his comfort zone towards this charity and all that charity. And Krishna wants him to come out of his comfort zone and understand what is actually real. Actually, again, comfort zone. Is there any zone which is comfortable? There is no zone which is comfortable. Every zone is tainted or tilted with material modes. Either there will be effect of Rajogun, Tamogun, or even if Satogun, but there will be some effect. So there is no zone in this world which is actually comfortable. Real comfort zone is taking shelter of Krishna. Like Pandavas, they were so much troubled throughout their life, right from the very beginning. And even in this battlefield also, there was unfair ways of fighting was going on. But they had taken shelter of Krishna completely. So Krishna put them in their comfort zone, in the real comfort zone. If we really want to experience comfort, then we should put ourselves on the side of Krishna. Then real comforts we will experience. And real comfort is actually in serving devotees. Yeah. That is the real comfort there. That is the real zone. Comfort meaning that is which gives us pleases the heart most. That would only please the heart most. Okay, any question, comment, or any thoughts? So let's see next, and think potentially this will be our last shloka for today, huh? हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चये. EV read translation and purport should be coming on screen, huh? Yeah.
O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight. Purport. Even though there was no certainty of victory for Arjuna's side, he still had to fight, for even being killed there, he could be elevated into the heavenly planets.
Read translation again, please.
O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight.
Mm. Again, Krishna is inspiring Arjuna, encouraging him, and again with no malicious intent or motive. Huh? In society, we see sometimes our friends, relatives, or someone they push us, right? Oh, go for this marriage. No, no, it's all fine. Everything will be fine. Or go for this business. Go for this job. Go for this event and all. Yeah, we are behind you. We have got your back. So much so and all. But all our pushing is like our conditioned state, or we want to be really happy out of it. But Krishna knows where one's real happiness lies. So they are not doing this for um, any other ulterior motive or anything like that. They are doing it purely so that we benefit. This is what devotees, when they engage us in devotional service, they know where does our real self-interest, highest self-interest lie. So Krishna is protecting, safeguarding Arjuna from going stray or going in the heading in the wrong direction. And for us, we are already so straight. हम इतने ही पता नहीं कितने ही हम गलत दिशा में आ ही गए हैं और चल ही रहे हैं. तो भगवान हमें सही दिशा में लेके आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, कोई प्रश्न, जिज्ञासा या कुछ कहना चाहो आप लोग? Any questions, thoughts or comments? Okay, then we leave it here for today. We continue tomorrow, same time. Hare Krishna.